is the second edition of the Longines Hong Kong Masters, mixing world-class sport, glamour and entertainment.
Show. Thanks to the organization, thanks to our sponsor Longines, that we can be here.
The show will attract a lot of spectators. It's truly a wonderful event. I think this will be a great encouragement to our local riding community, and we're all looking forward to it tremendously.
Nous avons tous les meilleurs cavaliers qui ont répondu présent, les chevaux aussi. Le voyage de l'Europe en Asie avec les chevaux de Cancun s'est très bien passé et les festivités commencent. Nous sommes très heureux.
C'est vraiment très bien fait, c'est un accueil qui est vraiment très chaleureux. On se sent vraiment très bien ici.
Le meilleur, c'est le sport, c'est la compétition. Vendredi avec le Speed Challenge, le samedi avec le prestigieux Hong Kong Jockey Club Trophy et le dimanche, bien sûr, la l'apothéose de notre événement, le Grand Prix Longines. « 2014 en Asie, c'est l'année du cheval, donc nous avons beaucoup de chance. »
Astrologer Susan Hewitt has told us what it means to be in the Chinese Year of the Horse. It's considered a fortunate year that brings luck and good things.
Ma Lin, it's the year of the horse, so I wish you a very good year.
Magical horse has supernatural powers, is heroic, strong and can even fly.
C'est l'année du cheval et je vous souhaite à tous une très bonne année.
Celestial cloud horse is sacred to the Chinese goddess Kuan Yin. Her white horse flies through the heavens, bringing peace and blessings.
I wish everybody a happy year of the horse.
If you're not 100% secure about a decision, then don't do it. Events move so quickly in a horse year, you don't want to gallop off in the wrong direction.
It's the year of the horse, and I wish you a happy new year.
Don't optimistically assume this year that things will just work out on their own, whilst overlooking the small details. If it's right, then there's nothing to think about. Just follow your instincts.
It's the year of the horse, so we wish you a happy new year.
Decisive action, not procrastination, brings victory. But you have to act fast in a horse year. The first event is all about speed with the Longines Speed Challenge, and the person who knows all about this is last year's winner, Katarina Offel.
I like this class. It's really nice for us to go fast. Last year I was a bit lucky that I could win against Patrice Delavaux, who won all the other classes here, and I was just very little in front of him with 100ths of a second. This year I will try for sure. I have a horse with me which is not so experienced, but I will try to make her fly tonight.
With a prize fund of $100,000, the most unique element of this speed competition is that it is just 2 seconds added for a fence down, and we speak to renowned artist of speed, Roger Bost, about the right ingredients for going fast.
C'est d'être en condition physique, de faire du sport quand même à côté, travailler les réflexes et surtout d'avoir des bons chevaux et de rester très calme pour maîtriser les risques et aller le plus vite possible et jamais perdre le contrôle de soi-même, ça c'est important.
Is the course designer here. He's designed a long speed track for this Table C competition, galloping down the arena to fence 3, then spinning back over 4, one striding double of verticals, tricky turn to an oxer and tight back past the gate, over a vertical there. twists and turns. Two-strided double coming towards home, and again across the arena over the water tray. The last line, though, straight towards home, is to assure a galloping finish. First up for Sweden, Henrik von Eckermann riding Toulouse, ranked 44th in the world, based with Ludgerbeerbaum of Germany. He's been there since he was 22 years old. Toulouse just 9 years old though, so not the most experienced speed horse. Henrik von Eckermann giving this a good go. Great turn back there. Now gallop down the arena to the tray. Moving on into this double. Two strides in here. It's still really flowing around this course. Any fence down is a 2-second penalty to add, but at the moment, Henrik von Eckermann absolutely clean and just 2 fences from home.
Good turn.
Well, straight into the lead there for the Swede. 66.04. France, though, coming forward with Mr. Davier. This very experienced Grand Prix horse, 14 years old now, and Julien Epaillard ranked 67th in the world and really making his bid for the French team. Built up a good stables. A little bit close into the first part of the double, so 2 seconds to add, but he can still catch up. 66.04 that time to beat. This is fast. The Frenchman absolutely flying now. He's done it. 63.87 and 2 to add, so 65.87 means Julien Epaillard takes over the lead in this Longines Speed Challenge. Countryman and teammate Kevin Stout for France now, ranked 9th in the world. He was at #1 for so many months thanks to his great mare Silvana. Former European champion back in 2009. Riding Kismi Devoe, one of his Grand Prix horses. Chasing 65.87. Great long shot across the arena. Kevin Stout really using this horse's stride to cover the ground in here. This is in touch. 65.87. Helping to the last. Kevin Stout for France. front, but has to move aside for Kevin Stout, who has just taken the lead here in Hong Kong with a time of 65.37. For France now, riding his Grand Prix horse, Napoli Dury, the horse that he rode at the London Olympic Games. 13 years old now, and Simon ranked 16th in the world, chasing that time of Kevin Stout, 65.37, and this looks quick. Very experienced horse, this one, and Simon Lestre really using this horse's power this competition. Brilliant turn there. A little bit of an adjustment into the vertical, but again, tight turn. Flying into that double. This is quick, nearly home. He could still do it. 65.37. Just outside. 2 seconds to add then for Simon de Lestre. He finishes on 65.77 and slips nicely in between Kevin Stout and Julien Epaillard into second position. Germany, Christian Ullmann, Little Lady Z. Christian Ullmann, who is known to be phenomenal against the clock. He does great turns, really knows how to keep his speed up. Ranked 13th in the world. And this is a handy horse against the clock. Very good on her turns. Been a real force in the German team for so many years now. It's still catchable. And Christian Ullmann just speeding up here, really using Little Lady's stride to cover the arena. 65.37 is the time to beat. 64.51, and the 2 seconds mean Christian Ullmann misses out on a podium place and slots into 5th place in the Longines Speed Challenge.
Really happy, and I choose to ride Kiss Me Devo in this class. Normally she's one of my Grand Prix horse. She's not the fastest, but yeah, she was clear. I think it was really important to be clear in this class because, like we could see, it was a lot of faults. I really liked how Luc Muset, the course designer, built this course because you could really jump your Grand Prix horse in this class. Simon de Lestre is second with the horse who jumps the Olympics in London, so it proves that it was a really clever and interesting class.
Kevin Stout there confirming his win, and it was a top 3 for France, a clean sweep across the board in the Longines Speed Challenge here in Hong Kong. In 4th and Christian Ullmann there in 5th place. But the day really goes most of the French riders. Kevin Stout, Simon Delestre and Julien Epaillard. Constant Van Passion, one of the young up-and-comers for Belgium, down there in 7th place, and Michael van der Vleuten trying to return to form for the Netherlands down in 9th. Kevin Stout won the Grand Prix in the Paris leg of the Masters, and it's certainly a good start to his show here in Hong Kong. At only its second edition, the Longines Hong Kong Masters has doubled its number of visitors, with the spectators being welcomed right into the heart of the competition.
The public over here, they're very interested in equestrian sport. They don't have a 5-star show. It's the only 5-star show here. So I think, you know, it's encouraging for us and also for the outside public to see and understand a lot more our sport. And, you know, there's a great atmosphere in that ring, and they're very enthusiastic, and they're learning and they want to learn, and this is the only way that they can.
And for the first time here in Hong Kong, the public were welcomed into the arena, where they could see firsthand the tracks that the riders and horses have to take on.
I think it's very good, so that the public and the sponsors can see the cars, they can see the fences and how we have to ride the courses.
La grande nouveauté, c'est qu'on a développé le domaine de l'art. Donc on s'est associé avec des artistes, des galeries d'art, des chefs-d'œuvre exceptionnels qui sont ici sur le site, bien sûr à l'occasion de l'année du cheval.
And although the main focus is on top-level sport, the organisers have strived to achieve a relaxing and entertaining atmosphere.
Après les épreuves, en général, tout le monde reste au moins 2-3 heures à boire un peu des verres, à faire un petit peu la fête autour du paddock. C'est vraiment très sympa pour nous, ça change un petit peu d'avoir cette chaleur, c'est très agréable pour nous.
As with its sister show in Paris, there's a charitable focus to the Longines Hong Kong Masters, Feeding Hong Kong, shown alongside the glamorous shopping for both public and riders.
They've got some fantastic brands here that are sponsoring, and also, you know, stores here as well. So it's different, and it's lifting our sport and giving it a glamour kind of image. And I think really that's what our sport needs.
Je pense que ça prend une ampleur très importante et c'est en train de devenir, à mon avis, un très très grand événement ici.
And the spectators to enjoy. But what is the Hong Kong Jockey Club really all about?
This year is the 130th anniversary of the Jockey Club, and the Jockey Club has always been a racing club. We race horses, and we are one of now, I think, the leading territories for horse racing. And, the Jockey Club also has a very good post-retirement program for racehorses.
The strong partnership between the Hong Kong Jockey Club and the Asian Masters forms the foundation of this show, so it's only fitting they have their own competition. It's a jump-off class where the top 10 or all clears go through in reverse order on clean scores to battle over the $100,000 prize fund. Vertical to start, then into into a big square oxa, down into a narrow vertical, and another oxa directly from the gate. Long run up the arena, and then down the aside, oxa into the combination. 2 strides in, 1 stride out. Around to a vertical, and again lengthening down the arena over an oxa. And finally finishing towards home over the double of 1 stride. Enjoying round 1 with Patrice Delaveau, the best rider from the first round, ranked 6th in the world today, riding Carreño HTC, a 13-year-old stallion by Cascavel that certainly looked very impressive in recent months. He had a great year in 2013, winning the 5-star Grand Prix here in Hong Kong, in Le Ball, Barcelona, and then the World Cup qualifier in Helsinki. He also picked up a gold medal in the FEI Nations Cup final. Vertical. 1.55 m is the maximum height in this competition, and Luc Musette has certainly gone up to the maximum. Last line here for Patrice Delaveau, and Carreño easily through into round 2. Well, in the end, there were 15 clears in round 1 in the Hong Kong Jockey Club Trophy. So all 15 move forward into a jump-off. They go in reverse order of round 1, ranked by time. Start over a vertical, then left-hand turn to an oxa and gallop down the arena to fence 3. Tight turn back to a vertical, another gallop to an oxa. Turns in abundance in this Luc Musette design course, and 1 double. To start us off for France, Penelope Le Prévost riding Flora de Mariposa. Penelope currently ranked 28th in the world, and she has been such a driving force in the French team over the last few years. Turn back to the vertical, full up 1.55 m, and run down into the oxa. Another tight turn here from Penelope. This mare just 9 years old, so big class for her. Through the 1-strided double. Now, gallop to home.
What a superstar!
41.11. And Penelope Le Prévost takes a confident lead for France here in the Hong Kong Jockey Club Trophy. Edwina Tops-Alexander for Australia now to take up the challenge on Lintia Tequila, 11-year-old mare. Edwina's slipped down to 20th in the world, but is easily one of the top lady riders. 2 times overall winner of the Global Champions Tour, along with it numerous Grand Prix. And this looks like a really useful mare. Very elastic. She really suits Edwina. Plenty of blood, loves to take the fences on. They're chasing that time of 41.11. Just the last. Well, a little bit slower, 43.19, and Penelope Le Prévost hangs on to her lead as Edwina Tops-Alexander moves into 2nd place. It is Harry Smolders now for the Netherlands, and he is riding the very fast Regina Z. 14-year-old mare by Rex. Harry Smolders rides for the Eurohorse stables. He's been a long-term partner there. Ridden for Axel Verlooy since his late teens, early 20s. And he's incredibly competitive. Very fast against the clock. This mare really takes the fences on. They're chasing 41.11, Penelope Le Provot. Can Harry Smolders take this win away? Well, he's done it. 39.99, and Harry Smolders storms into the lead here for the Netherlands. And a gracious smile there from Penelope Le Provot. This is a man who doesn't need too much introduction. Roger-Yves Bost, the reigning European champion. Coming forward with Castle Forbes Cosma, known as Bosty, and he's one of the fastest riders against the clock. This mare really tries for him. He's ranked 17th in the world. He's been part of the French Nations Cup team for the last 20 years or so now. He has his own style, but the horses seem to absolutely love running for him.
It's very close.
39.99, Harry Smolders. The French have really dominated here so far. Can Roger-Yves Bost bring it back? .36. Harry Smolders breathes again, and Roger-Yves Bost moves into third place. One of the younger French riders coming through the ranks. Ranked 275th in the world at the moment. Riding Carlito van der Zorgevliet, a 12-year-old stallion by Berggraaf. Time to beat, 39.99. She had a decent enough turn into the vertical, but just taking it a little wider round to fence 14. Doesn't look like she's going to threaten the podium, but this is a respectable round for the young French rider all the same. 43.99, and into fifth position for Anne-Sophie Godard, and a very respectable round of show jumping for that younger French rider, one that I'm sure she will not be disappointed in. Richard Phillips now for Switzerland, riding Dieudonne de Gildenboom, 11-year-old by Nabab Derev. She left her top horse Pablo at home after a successful show in Zurich. Based in Italy now with husband Ignacio Phillips, but originally from Switzerland. Dieudonne just swinging a little bit wide of the turn there. 39.99, still the time to beat. Harry Smolders hanging on to the lead as Jane Richard Phillips comes to the last. Well, she hasn't quite made it. 42.86 puts her into fourth position and denies her one of those coveted spots on the Longines podium. So there's confirmation. Harry Smolders of the Netherlands takes the Hong Kong Jockey Club trophy. Penelope Le Provot in second and Roger-Yves Bost in third. Really showing a formidable French side here in Hong Kong. Then Jane Ritchie-Phillips in 4th, Edwina Tops-Alexander in 5th, and Sophie Goddard down there in 6th position. Decent round for that French rider.
My horse is really fast naturally, and she's really quick in the turns, and then I had a really smooth jump off, so I didn't know if it was enough, but I know she's quick.
Delighted the public and VIPs with a unique combination of ballet and dressage. The Longines Hong Kong Masters, though, is a unique experience for everyone. The most prestigious and famed VIPs are here to share an unforgettable moment with friends. It's also the perfect place to pamper your clients and business relationships by offering them a unique VIP experience. Are spread over the 3 days to offer your clients and sponsors and VIPs an ideal meeting place to maintain or develop trading relationships. The exceptional Longines Hong Kong Masters package offers you and your guests the rare opportunity to dine in style whilst following the elite competition at close quarters. And everyone can enjoy signature menus exclusively created by 2-star Michelin Belgian chef Yves Matagna and his team, with a selection of fine wine and champagne. It's back to business though, and the culmination of 3 days of top sport, the Longines Grand Prix. With a prize fund of $700,000, the tension in the arena is palpable, but we steal a moment with last year's winner, Patrice Delaveau.
C'était une année exceptionnelle parce que j'avais participé à 5 épreuves. J'en avais gagné 4 et une fois deuxième à quelques centièmes, donc c'était un concours pour moi assez particulier, incroyable. Tout allait bien, les chevaux sautaient fantastiques, je faisais ce que je voulais. Donc mais c'est bon, c'est très très dur de réaliser une deuxième fois la même chose, je pense impossible. Carigno saute plutôt pas mal, il a sauté 2 épreuves jusqu'ici. Maintenant j'espère qu'il va être en forme cet après-midi, mais normalement ça devrait aller. Maintenant pour gagner c'est différent, mais le cheval est en forme normalement.
I think it's going to be a tough Grand Prix course. Anyway, for the best riders here, that kind of money, I think it's going to be one of the biggest indoor Grand Prix.
All the best horses, all the best riders in the world are here. And I mean, you also need a bit the right luck of the day, and it's gonna be a hard competition.
Designed by Luc Musette, darting over an Oxa full up to 1m60 this track, then round the vertical off the wall and a line towards home, then the triple rail, water trade to follow, and another left-handed vertical off the wall. Treble combination is next to the crowd. That could be tricky. It's a long track. Luc Musette certainly making the combinations work hard for their money here in Hong Kong. We pick up the first round though with with Simon de Lestre. He's riding Valentino Velvet, his 12-year-old stallion by Indoctro. Ranked 16th in the world. He's been a strong participant on the French Nations Cup teams. Flowing stride after the triple rail into the water tray. Now this fence 7 comes up very quickly from the wall. Beautifully done though. Simon de Lestre really in a rhythm here. Combination, 2 strides, 1 stride out over a big power oxer. And moving down into a vertical, Luc Musette has designed a big track here, full up to 1.60 m, and he's designed it on very forward flowing distances. The riders really have to hit their rhythm or they're not going to generate enough power in this arena. Simon de Lestre carrying on the French tradition of this weekend so far, and a clear for Valentino Velvet. The best 10 combinations from round 1 in this Longines Grand Prix will go forward into round 2. Simon de Lestre making sure he is one of them. They go forward in reverse order though, and in that top 10, any faults they've incurred in round 1 come forward with them and add to any faults they have in round 2. And then it is the time in round 2 that decides it. So start over an oxer, gallop to a vertical by the exit, then tight turn to oxer and gallop to a double of verticals. Tight turn back there to the water tray, and again that tricky fence off the wall. Finish though towards home and a long run. We start things off with Christian Allmann from Germany, ranked 13th in the world, riding Aragon Z, 13-year-old by Ascari. Yet to find great form really here in the Longines Hong Kong Masters. That was a neat turn, back inside though, and again. Smooth turn back over the tray. This is competitive. Bringing forward that 4 faults from the first round though. 43.67 is a good time, but of course 4 faults incurred in round 1 will stay there to haunt him. Kevin Stout now riding Verjoy van der Zorgvliet, also with 4 faults from round 1. Needs a quicker time than Christian Allmann. And these 4 faulters really can afford to fly around here. They have nothing to lose. They need to put some pressure on the clears that are to come. Bit of a course adjustment there from Kevin. This horse just 9 years old though, and it's showing so much promise already. Not surprisingly, when you consider he's by For Pleasure. Brilliant shot to the last. 43.33. 4 faults incurred in round 1 though. But Kevin Stout, for now, takes top spot on the podium with this good-looking young horse. Teammate now, Penelope Le Prévost, riding Nice Stephanie. 10-year-old mare by Cardento. This horse has had a bit of experience now, and Penelope Le Prévost is very competitive. She's bringing forward 4 faults. She needs a quicker time at the 43.33 to really put her in the mix here. quick round. Penelope Quivot, as you would expect, 41.85 puts her into top spot. And that will put some pressure on the riders coming forward with clears. They really can't afford to make a mistake now. Ludger Beerbaum for Germany, riding at Shaman. He's ranked 3rd in the world at the moment, and he picked up an uncharacteristic time penalty in round 1. That's going to inconvenience him in this jump-off. Being quite a thinker, Ludger Beerbaum would have realised that it's unlikely anyone else is going to have a time penalty in this jump-off, so he might as well take a little bit of time around here, make sure he has a clear, and just ends up with that 1 penalty. A fence down would push him down below the 4 faulters onto 5 faults. As expected, steady round there from Ludger, 50.81. 1 time penalty puts him into top position. As we welcome into the arena, the first of the clears from round 1, Gerko Schroeder, riding New Orleans. He's ranked number 11 in the world. Silver medal winning team at the Olympic Games in London, and individual silver also. Early mistake there, and this is where it gets interesting. He's got 4 faults now in this round, but a steadier time of 45.52.
That's the danger. Go for the clear.
Means he moves down the ranking. Katerina Offel now with Charlie. She rides for the Ukraine. She's ranked 38th in the world at the moment. Charlie is 11 years old by Kornet Obolensky. Katerina with a clear from round 1, but as you saw with Gerko Schroeder, they cannot afford to rest on their laurels. They need to keep it competitive. And this is big jumping in here. And that double full up to 1.60 m. Well, a clear will put Katerina into the lead, but she needs to be mindful of the riders to come. She displaces Germany's Ludger Beerbaum, 45.52 the time, so that looks beatable, but importantly a clear for Katerina Offel. Michael van der Vleuten now for the Netherlands, riding VDL Group Verdi, and this young man was on some real form at the end of last year. He's ranked 14th in the world at the moment, but he had some great Grand Prix wins, including Maastricht towards the end of last year. He won in Lyon also. Struggling a bit with form at the beginning of this year, though, and an early fence down for the young Dutch rider. He's trying to keep this a fast 4 faults. Coming into the last now. Well, he holds it at the 42.70. Michael van der Vleuten moves into 4th place. former ride of his mentor, Ludger Beerbaum. She's a great mare, Goethe, 13 years old now, by Goal Fever. These two had a good win on the Global Champions Tour Grand Prix circuit. In the last season or so, they make a great combination, and Henrik really feels this is a horse of a lifetime. Good turn. Katarina Offel, time to beat, 45.52. And this looks really good. Coming to the last now. Well, Henrik von Eckermann takes it, 41.64. And he storms into the lead by a country mile. His mentor, Ludger Beerbaum, moves into third, but can't help but look pleased for his young prodigy. Patrice Delaveau, last year's winner, riding for France, riding Carigno. This horse has a lot of jump. Patrice has really been on form towards the end of 2013. Well, he tried to take a really quick angle across that vertical and paid the price, but still flying towards home. Four faults there for last year's winner, Patrice Delaveau. What a great effort. 41.24 puts him down into fourth place. Just Simon de Lestre now for France, and Valentino Valvit standing between Henrik von Eckermann and this Grand Prix win. This horse has a long stride, really covers the ground. An adjustment into the double, and they paid the penalty. And again, just getting a bit close to the oxer there. It's all falling like a pack of cards here for Simon de Lestre as he steadies up, coming towards home. His 12 faults. He gave it a good try, though. And there is confirmation. Henrik von Eckermann with the win, 41.64. Katarina Offel with that sensible clear in second. Ludger Beerbaum in third place with that one-time fault from round one. Last year's winner takes fourth, Patrice Delaveau. Kristen Olin down in eighth place.
It was fantastic. My horse did 2 rounds, couldn't jump better, and I'm just really delighted. It's one horse in a lifetime. I think it will be very difficult to find another one like this. But I'm happy as long as I can have her. We traveled so far as to Hong Kong, and then that it works like this on a Sunday, it's can't be better.
So Henrik von Eckermann there celebrating his win and being awarded his trophy by the president of Longines and Aaron Quo, the famous actor, singer and dancer. We say goodbye to Hong Kong for now. We look ahead to the next leg of the Masters Grand Slam.
And that completes the Longines Hong Kong Masters. Next step, I see you in Los Angeles.
Spectacular job. They've really put everything together as they're used to doing. They do a wonderful job in Paris, Hong Kong, and now soon to be Los Angeles. know, I think it's exceptional for LA. It should be fantastic for the States. I think we'll have tremendous representation from the riders and a lot of excitement from the spectators, the crowd, and everybody involved in the sport in the United States.
I've never been to Los Angeles, and I'm really looking forward to that show, and if it's possible, I will be there.